PWAN. And PWAN was established in March 2012 as a real estate marketing and information company. And we adopt the network marketing model in real estate. How many of us understand what network marketing is? Okay. The rest, do we? All right. Do we? Network marketing. You know what it is. Do you know what it is, man? Okay. So, of course, over the 8 years of existence, PWAN has empowered thousands of people, families, and given them an honest source of income. We have seen our lives transformed, and now we can live a comfortable life and also help others to achieve their dream of owning home. We are positioned to groom financial heroes through the power of real estate network marketing. Now, I mentioned that we're also going to be helping others achieve their dream of owning home. That brings me to the vision of PWAN, why PWAN is actually in existence. Our vision is simply to make home ownership dream a reality. That's a simple vision. Even though it looks so simple, but you would agree with me that it is a big task and a big dream. Making as many people as possible to own their own homes is not a small task at all. Now, how do we do that? How do we actually intend to achieve this vision, which can be found in our mission statement, which says to discover affordable lands in fast developing areas, and we make this known to you, and also show you how you can make money to buy land and build your own home. And if you do not want to buy land, we also show you how you can make money to buy your own home. If it is a home that you want to buy directly, we show you how to make money to do that. Now, of course, we have our core values which guide us as an organization. And this, we derive it from the word arise, which simply represents A for accountability, R for responsibility, I for integrity, S for service, and then E for excellence. So once you remember the word arise, you can remember the core values of PWAN Group, which is accountability, responsibility, integrity, service, and excellence. Now let's meet the people that established this company, or the founders of this organization. These are the founders, Dr. Augustine Ozioma Onwumere and Dr. Mrs. Jane Obioma Onwumere. They founded this organization in March 2012, at a time in their life when they were homeless, and this is actually what drives the vision of the company, the vision of making home ownership dream a reality. Okay, next slide. Now, like I said, they were homeless and they were looking for just 300,000 to rent an apartment at that time. And just this simple 300,000 turned into a period of 2 years looking for this money. And in that period of 2 years, they ended up living in 13 different places, squatting, from one house to the other, from one church to the other, from one camp to the other. And before you knew it, 2 years had passed. And it was in that, from that wilderness experience that they decided that, look, one of the essential needs of man is actually accommodation, shelter, housing. Very, very important. Very, very important. And that's how the vision of this company was bettered. Now, the brand, it started with PWAN Homes in March 2012. That's how the company started. PWAN Homes was the first ever company of the PWAN Group. However, even in starting PWAN Homes, they had expansion in mind. So it simply means they knew that PWAN Homes alone will not be able to handle this vision, making home ownership dream a reality. One company will not be able to handle that. And so, of course, they had that expansion in mind. And it started coming, the pieces started coming together in 2015, when the first ever affiliate company was given birth to. And that company is PWAN Edge. So PWAN Edge emerged as the first affiliate company under PWAN. And of course, from then on into 2016, 2019, 2020, other affiliate companies were bettered. And this became the beginning of PWAN Group. Today we have over 16 affiliate companies in the PWAN Group. And all this became possible as we consistently followed our vision, which is what has kept us together as a company all through the years. I hope we're taking notes. Are we taking notes? Usually my class is a very serious class. I'm going to ask questions at the end so that I am sure that we are understanding. Okay? So please take notes. So now let's meet. I said that we have more than 16 affiliate companies in PWAN Group. Now let's meet some of them. So this is the list of all the, well, not all, but almost all of the affiliate companies under the PWAN Group. And I'm going to mention them in order of birth. When I say in order of birth, I mean who was giving birth to first. You know, when you are introducing your children to a visitor, you start from the oldest down to the youngest. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. So the first is PWAN Homes, which is the mother company. And then from PWAN Homes now started giving birth to others. Then we have PWAN Edge. And I'm also going to be mentioning the managing directors of this company so that we can take note of them. I'm also going to mention their websites so that after this training we can take time to go back and visit all the websites one after the other, visit all the companies one after the other. Because once you're a member of PWAN Group, you're a member of all, and you can do business with all. So you are not restricted to just one company. You can do business with all of the companies. So of course, PWAN Homes is being headed by the Chief Operating Officer, known as Mrs. Antonia Boluwaji Abayomi. And the website for PWAN Homes is www.pwanhomes.com. I'm not seeing many people writing. The next company is PWAN Edge. PWAN Edge is being headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Iola Oyinloye. And the website is pwanedge.com. Okay? PWAN Homes is located at the head office, which is Puri Mall. Puri Mall is after Abraham Adesoya, after the Lagos Business School. Then PWAN Edge is located at Obeni Street. Obeni Street is after the head office, just by, is it Total Filling Station? Golden Park Estate, yes. Then the next company is PWAN Plus, which is headed by the Managing Director, Dr. Julius Oyedemi. Their website is pwanplus.com. PWAN Plus is located inside Ikota Shopping Complex, Road 5. Then the next company is PWAN Premium. P1 Premium is headed by the Managing Director, Dr. Dennis Oberabo. The website is p1premium.com. In fact, the websites are very easy. Just the company name.com. So p1premium.com. P1 Premium is located at Chevy View Estate. Chevy View is around the Chevron roundabout. Then the next company is P1 Heritage. P1 Heritage is headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Emmanuel Ogwefi. The website is, this one is a bit unique. The website is P1 Heritage dash, if I'm correct, no, p1-heritage.com. That's the website. And P1 Heritage is located at Igondo. That's the roundabout. If you are coming into Aja, the roundabout before Chevron. Okay? Then the next is P1 Haven. P1 Haven is headed by the Managing Director, Dr. Frederick Okpaji. And the website is p1haven.com. P1 Haven is located at Lekki Homes, just before Ikota Villa. The next is P1 Prime. P1 Prime is headed by the Managing Director, yours truly, Mrs. Obianuju Chiwuba. The website is p1prime.com. P1 Prime is located at Ilubeju, Suramogaji off Coca Road at Ilubeju. Then the next is P1 Legend. P1 Legend is headed by the Managing Director, Dr. Afamefula Michael Okonkwo. The website is p1legend.com. P1 Legend is located at Ikota Villas Estate, just by Mega Chicken. The next is P1 Stars, which is headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Bamidele Adewale. P1stars.com is the website and is located at Oral Estate. Then P1 Lekki is headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Odutola Odusoya. It is p1lekki.com. P1 Lekki is located at what's the kilometer 30, just opposite Blemco Supermarkets. Yes. The next is P1 Royal. P1 Royal is headed by the Business Development Manager, Mr. Austin Ejiofor. P1 Royal is located at Freedom Way, Lekki Phase 1. The next is P1 Pro. P1 Pro is headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Michael Akwete. It is p1pro.com, and P1 Pro is located at is it Ogbologbo bus stop also, just opposite Jakonde. Jakonde is on the right hand side if you're going. So the opposite side of it. Ologoro. Yes. Then the next is P1 Max. P1 Max is headed by the Business Development Manager, Mr. Franklin. It is p1max.com. P1 Max is located at OJ and Mac Complex, just opposite Children's Place, after Lagos Business School. Then the next one is P1 Advantage. It is headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Chinedu Ezemwa. P1 Advantage is located at Awoyaya. What's the name of that complex? It's adjacent Mayfair Gardens. The next is P1 Bazaar. It's headed by the Managing Director, Mr. Chibueze Anukanti. And P1 Bazaar is also located at Ilubeju. That's Ilubeju Bypass. That's where it's located. Then the next is P1 Legacy, which is headed by Mr. Olusegun Joseph. P1 Legacy is located at Ikota Villas. Okay, so that's all we have here, but then we have P1 Signatures, which is headed by the MD, Mr. Nonso. And PWAN Signatures, they are the ones handling the signatures on Obombo Road. They are also putting up a welcome center in that place. Okay, so those are basically all the PWAN companies that we have. I thought somebody would be clapping for me. Eh? That I know all these companies, all their MDs, their locations. So I'm looking forward to you also knowing all of these places and taking time to visit them one after the other. All right? Now, PWAN is the first real estate network marketing company in the world, the very first. Okay? So this is how we operate. We introduced network marketing into real estate because of its multi-level compensation system. Now, who understands what multi-level compensation means? Who can tell me? What does it mean? Multi-level compensation. What does that mean?
To my own idea.
Okay.
It means earning through various ways, like you can earn by introducing person into the PWAN business. You can also earn by selling land yourself. You can also earn by the person you introduce selling at the first level, second level,
and third level, and so on.
Yes.
Very good. That's multi-level. Like it says, multi-level on multiple levels. So that's what network marketing is all about. You're earning on multiple levels. You're leveraging on the efforts of a whole lot of people, not just based on your own efforts alone, but you are leveraging on the efforts of so many people, and you are earning on so many levels. Now, as the first ever company to incorporate network marketing into real estate globally, we empower people to make an honest living. Okay? Because we believe that you can actually make an honest living through real estate marketing. And we also show you how you can acquire affordable properties at zero cost. Now, is it possible to acquire properties at zero cost? Is it possible?
It's not.
Eh?
It's not.
Okay.
Normally it's
she
not.
says she's not. Okay. Your own is what?
On a normal basis, it's not.
On a normal basis, it's not. Okay. But what changed? Eh? PWAN changed.
Yes. PWAN changed it.
PWAN changed it.
Yes.
Ordinarily, I'm not quite sure if you can acquire properties at zero cost. Okay? But PWAN changed the dynamics. So now you can actually acquire properties at zero cost. I'm sure someone is wondering how possible is that. Don't worry, work with me this morning. I will show you how it is possible that you can acquire properties at zero cost. Okay? Then, of course, we also show you how you can make money to buy your own home. Now, we have done this consistently for 8 years. I need to state that very clearly. We have done this consistently for 8 years. I'm a testament to that, okay? I'm a testament to the fact that you can acquire properties at zero cost. I have acquired properties in PWAN business at zero cost, at no cost at all. No cost at all. Lots of plots of land, absolutely free. Okay? Now, the PWAN Group presently operates in 13 states of Nigeria, which include Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Rivers, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Abuja, Cross River. We have recently added Bayelsa to the list. River State is there. We have also added Ebonyi State. Abuja is already there as well. Okay, so presently we are now in about 15 states of the Federation and still counting. Okay, now this is how it works. Okay, we market property using network marketing system, aka MLM. MLM means multi-level marketing. So that's you there in the middle. Okay? You heard about the business opportunity, the P1 business opportunity, and then you go out there and you talk to your friends about it. You talk to your neighbors, you talk to your church members, your colleagues, your former colleagues, your village people, Papa. Okay? You talk to them, and then they also find it interesting and they decide to join you. Now they join you in the business and you teach them to also do the same. Notice my emphasis. You teach. That's what network marketing is all about. When you come in and you recruit people in your network, you teach. You transfer knowledge. You replicate yourself. That's what it is. So once you are able to replicate yourself, they can also go out and do the same. Okay? Notice that this is you. You recruited 5 people in your network. And notice that the people that you recruited are also doing the same. They are also recruiting 5 people each in their network. And it keeps going. These other people will also recruit, same thing, 5. Why is this happening? You're replicating yourself. And that's why it's happening. You're teaching them, you are telling them exactly what you did, okay, to get these people. So if you recruit me in your network, what I expect you to do is to tell me exactly what you did to recruit me, so that I can also do the same to recruit another person. That way you'll be able to earn on multi-levels. That's why it's called multi-level marketing. Okay, next slide. Now this is the company today. Let's meet P1 Group today. Today we have become a leading network marketing real estate firm in the world. Okay, we create the model and others follow. We have empowered a lot of entrepreneurs and network marketers in the field of real estate throughout Nigeria and beyond. We are focused on being a leader in the area of corporate social responsibilities by extending a helping hand to our immediate community and beyond. We have made thousands of people homeowners through our highly flexible business model. We now have estates that operate in 13 states in Nigeria. We have sold and allocated many of our estates, and while others are going through various stages of development. We have commenced buildings in some of our estates. How many of us know that? Okay, good. So P1 have started building, if you didn't know that. We have started a program to enable our members own their own home using a very flexible payment plan. And that is what I'm going to be showing you this morning. So that as members now, you can begin to work towards owning your own property, either a land or a house, using a very flexible payment plan. And of course, earn income in the process. I mean, where is it done? That you are paying for property, you are buying property, you are buying land, you are buying house, and then in the process, you are still making money on top of it. Where does that happen? Only in P1. It happens only in P1, whereby I call a company, you have land or you have a house in Shangotedo. I want to buy a 3-bedroom apartment, and they say, okay, they give me for my fee, and I start paying, and then in the process, I'm making money. only in P1. So you earn money and then also various incentives in the process. We have taken many of our deserving members on several all-expense-paid trips abroad. We have given brand new cars to deserving members. Let's see some of these things I'm talking about. Okay, so this is our first ambassador in 2015. Now every year, there's something P1 does. We pick out a member from among our people and we crown them the company brand ambassador, and they are given brand new cars. We started it in 2015 and consistently we have done that every year. So in 2015, this was our first ambassador and she was given a brand new Kia Picanto, as you can see from the picture. Then the following year, we had two ambassadors emerge. Ambassador Tosin Adewale and Ambassador Emmanuel Ogbuefi. Next slide. Ambassador Emmanuel Ogbuefi. Now notice a trend. The cars are improving every year. Okay, that's the trend. We started with Kia Picanto, and then we improved it the following year with Kia Rio, and then the following year a higher version of Kia Rio, and then in 2017, we had 5 ambassadors. Ambassador Ebele, Ambassador Vera, Ambassador Chibueze, Ambassador Chinedu, and Ambassador Yola. 5 ambassadors in that year. And then in 2018, we had 2. Ambassador Priska and Ambassador Tunke. Also notice that the car has improved. This is now a Hyundai Elantra. Okay? Then, of course, in 2020, we had Ambassador Antonio. Joke, you have to walk with me very quickly. We had Ambassador Antonia Chinelo Obodo, and she was given an SUV.
Creta.
She was given an SUV, Hyundai Creta. Okay? You can see that. Now let's see some pictures of our trips. This was the very first trip of P1 Group in 2013. Remember I said P1 started in 2012. And just under a year of starting the company, we're already taking this number of people to South Africa in 2013, sorry, pardon me. And then we went to Dubai in 2017. In 2019, we went to Dubai again. That's Dubai again, that's Dubai. Then in 2018, we went to London. In 2018 again, we went to the USA. This is Las Vegas. In 2019, we went to Accra, Ghana. We have also been to Mauritius. We've been to Italy, Rome. We've been to what's that country? Let me try and remember. Etc. We've been to Inagwe Resort as well. We've been to Ebe Resort. So many places. And then we also do something again in P1, which we call the performance bonus. And I just want you to focus on the amounts, okay, that is showing on these checks that people are holding. Now, what is performance bonus? Performance bonus is profit share, okay, which is something P1 does every year. Since 2016, we have been consistent in doing that. So what we do is that at the end of the year, we share profits amongst our members. But of course, there is a qualification process or terms and conditions that you must meet, okay, of which one of them is, number 1, you must be a classic gold PBO Secondly, you must make sales of at least 15 million naira personally from at least 5 P1 companies. And then your immediate team members must make sales of at least 45 million together from your immediate team members. What does that tell us? That tells us that you're a leader who is leading your people, who is actually teaching your people what to do. So it's not just about your success, but it's also about their success. And once you meet those conditions, you can earn some of these monies. You can see the monies. 2 million. This is outside the commissions that you have earned throughout the year. So throughout the year, you have earned commissions on sales of properties.
Incentives.
Now, this is like Jara and added money that we're giving. Let's go, let's see. So you can see this was in 2020. So this is the evolution of the company. All right. When P1 started in 2012, our members were empowered through the system, and our members were known as independent business development executives, simply IBDEs. That's what we were known as when we started. Okay? But of course, for those of us who have been in P1, you know that there are various levels of registration when you want to join the business. Now, in order to distinguish those levels, we now, I don't know how we even adopted the name. We just adopted the name consultants and partners. Consultants to show those who are coming in with 1,650, and then partners, those who are coming in with 37,650. However, we have realized over time that what we're selling is a timeless product. How many of us believe so? Yes, real estate is timeless. Okay, we'll all do real estate and go. Our children will take over, do it and go. Their children will come, do it and go. So it's timeless. All right, and we believe that it will stay with us for generations. Now, to be able to keep us together as it is and help us bring the desire of becoming homeowners to reality, we decided that IBDEs, who are generally known as consultants and partners, will now be known as P1 Business Owners. That's PBOs. Okay, you too can become a PBO. So today, now, what you are is a P1 business owner. Who is a P1 business owner? Okay. Okay. We got it. So I'm a P1 business owner. You're a P1 business owner. Now, what that simply means is that you're now a part owner of the business, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So when you're a part owner, how do you treat it?
Yes.
Good, as yours. So it's no longer theirs. It is our business. It's no longer do you, it is now do we, shall we? Then when you go out and you join in those who are abusing P1, just simply know you are abusing yourself because you are a part owner. Mbo? Abi? Alright. So now let's see about P1 Business Owners Program. What is this program really about? Let's take a look. Now, as a pioneer in the real estate industry, and of course following our vision of making home ownership dream a reality, P1 Group designed this program for our members, for you and I, all right, to begin their journey towards owning their own property by subscribing to a house or a land in any P1 company. So what it means now is that I'm no longer selling property and I don't own any. Now the company has made it easy for me that even though I'm selling, I can now be a proud owner of my own property. Because it will be an abomination that you will sell real estate, sell and finish, and you don't own any. Your children will ask you questions. They'll say, Daddy, but you used to sell land now. Where were you when others too were buying? Don't let your children ask you that kind of question. So that's why we designed this program, the PWAN Business Owners program, so that you enjoy the benefits of paying for it over a long period of time for up to 5 years. Now the program is designed for you to become a proud owner of a land or a house ranging from 1.5 million to as high as 60 million, depending on your capability. Okay? So you are not just restricted to, you can get a land worth 1.5, you can get a house worth 15 million, you can get a house worth 30 million, 40 million, 45, 55, 60. So depending on your capability, you can. So the program gives you the liberty to choose the best payment plan that is suitable for your budget and work with it. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, we have various ways that you can subscribe for a property. What we have done is to set a minimum limit of 15,000 naira. But you can decide to create your own payment plan. How do I mean? Every month you know your income. You can decide, okay, every month I can afford to pay 30,000 naira towards my home ownership or my land. You can say, no, I can afford 100,000 every month. I can afford 200 every month. I can afford 500,000 every month. So you can see that you are the one who is creating your own payment plan yourself. So all you need to do is to look at your income and decide what I can do on a monthly basis to acquire a house or a land for myself. And you will start paying that amount every month. Now the beautiful thing is that you can also decide when you want to be paying it. Do you want to do it monthly? Do you want to do it bi-monthly, that's every other month? Or do you want to do it every quarter? Again, the program is designed in such a way that you would choose which is best suitable for you. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good.
Location.
Is that good or not?
Good.
Now, another beautiful thing is that the program gives you the liberty to choose the location where you want your property. So, do you want your land in Abuja, for instance? We have estates coming up in Abuja. So you can decide and say, okay, my target is that I want my land or my house in Abuja. And then you start working towards it. So that at the end of your payment period, maybe you chose 5 years, maybe you chose 4 years, maybe you chose 3 years. Again, it's also solely dependent on you. At the end of it, when you have finished paying, you are given a land or a house worth the amount that you have paid for. Okay? Now, P1 has estates in various locations in Nigeria. Like I mentioned it, that we have in over 13 states. We are operating in over 13 states in Nigeria. Now, you can choose from any of these locations. However, interestingly again, do you know that if you look around in all of P1 estates and you feel, I don't want my property in any of these estates, and probably you have a land, maybe what you were paying for is for a house, and you have a land somewhere, and that is where you desire your house to be. All you need to do is to call the company and say, look, I have a land at so location, and I would really desire for my house to be there. P1 will come and build your house there on your land. Please clap for P1. Okay? So P1 will come there and build for you the house, what you have paid for. Okay? Next slide. Now, who is a P1 business owner? A P1 business owner is a member of the P1 group that starts his or her P1 business by first subscribing for a house or a land. How many of us have done network marketing before? Okay. All right. Now, when you are becoming a member of a network marketing company, what do you do first?
Registration.
That registration, what is it? Somebody said you buy products.
Depending if they are selling products. Depending if they are selling.
Whatever it is, whether product, whether service, but you will buy first. You buy first. You buy first. I've been in so many network marketing businesses. A member buys first. You buy first, and then you begin to sell to others. So in simple terms, that's what a P1 business owner is. A P1 business owner buys first, and then you begin to sell to others. Because how can you really sell what you don't buy or what you don't use? It's like you trying to convince me to use a bar of soap. Yeah? What do you tell me? How do you convince me to use it? Good. It's by telling me she uses it and it's working for her. See her skin now. See her the thing they glow. So she will simply tell me, look at my skin. It is this soap I'm using. That's what will simply convince me to buy that soap from her. So if you must succeed as a P1 business owner, you must own first. Give me reasons to buy from you. Are we together?
Yeah.
Give me reasons to buy from you. That's the fastest way to get customers. Fastest. If she was selling a soap to me now, it wouldn't be too hard for me to buy from her, because if she's telling me she's using it, she's showing me what she's using, and I am seeing it very clearly. I wouldn't need a prophet to tell me that this is a good product, isn't it? Very easy. She has bought me over. So P1 business owners, let's buy our customers over. By first becoming our own customer. I must be my own customer before I can make another person customer. And actually, let me tell you a story about myself. That's how I started with PWAN. I started with PWAN as first a customer who bought. And it was very easy for me to sell because I had my documents. So if you want to argue with me, I'll say, wait, I'm coming. I'll go and bring my documents and I'll show you. Once I do that, I don't need long talk again. They will buy it. Okay? Now, let's look at the benefits of becoming a PBO. So aside from being your own customer, aside from buying, there are other benefits of being a PBO. Now, let's look at it. As a PBO, you earn PVs. Alright? PVs is the currency in PWAN Group. In Nigeria, what do we use? What's our currency in Nigeria? Naira. In the US, what's their currency? Dollar. In the UK, what's their currency?
Pounds.
Pounds, good. In P1, what's our currency?
PVs.
PVs. Point value. This is the meaning of PV. Point value. So point values is our currency in P1. And as a P1 business owner, you earn PVs in this currency. This is the currency you earn as a PBO. Now, every point value that is accrued is translated to cash. Like I said, PV is currency. It means that it is what? Cash. That's what it means. Now, 50% of that money is paid into your home ownership account, and then 50% is paid into your bank account directly. When you are registering, we ask for your account details. How many of us have registered and how many of us have experienced them? Good. We ask for your account details. Now, why do we ask for your account details? Because every money you earn in this business, we don't pay it to your upline to pay it to you. No. We pay it directly into your bank account. There is no middleman. You can be sleeping one day and hear bagagam. What just came in? An alert. Okay? Now, as a PBO, one of the benefits, you choose the location of your house or your land. You can subscribe for home ownership for your children. So it's not just for you alone. I have 3 children and all three of them I have subscribed for house for them. Yes, they are PBOs. Okay, so I've subscribed for houses for them. My plan is that in the next 5 years, each of them will have their own house. My last is 4 years old. It means that in the next 5 years, she will be 9 years, isn't it? Yeah. So it means that at 9 years, she will be owning her own house. Isn't that awesome? Interesting. Very, very, very. In fact, this is the coolest program I've seen. It's mad. It is mad. You can pay monthly, like I said, bi-monthly or quarterly. You can also win brand new cars from this program, and you can qualify for all expense paid trips abroad. I will also show you how you can achieve all of these things one after the other. Let's go. Now let's look at 12 ways you can earn income as a P1 business owner. Because as a P1 business owner who is subscribing, like I said, you're paying for your apartment or for your land and you're earning income in the process. Now let's see how it works. The first is direct recruitment bonus. which is there in bracket 7,200 on each recruit. Now, what does that mean? As a PBO, you can recruit another PBO to join your business. It means that each time you recruit someone who registers with either 37,650 or starts with 52,650, you will earn 7,200. I'm going to break down this amount that I'm calling, don't worry. I'll break it down as we go ahead so that we understand where I'm getting this amounts of money. Then the next way you can earn income is indirect recruitment bonus. This you can earn in 2 levels. All right, the first level is 5,760 and the second level is 2,880. Now, what do I mean by indirect recruitment bonus? Indirect recruitment bonus simply means when someone that I recruited recruits another person, I will earn an indirect recruitment bonus. So let me give an illustration. All right, I recruited him into the business. Okay, the company pays me 7,200. Now he goes ahead and recruits him into the business. The company will pay him how much?
7,002.
7,002. And then pay me how much?
5,006.
5,760. Now to go further, the next level, a guy here now goes ahead to recruit her. Now, how much is the company going to pay him?
7,002.
How much will the company pay him?
5,007.
And how much will I be paid?
2,008.
For yourself. Yeah, wonderful students. Okay, so that's how it works. However, the indirect recruitment bonus, of course, there are certain levels at which you will climb before you begin to earn this amount. So at the first level, you must be an assistant manager. Now, who is an assistant manager? An assistant manager is a classic gold PBO who has recruited 5 classic gold PBOs in his team. That makes you an assistant manager. And as an assistant manager, you can now earn indirect bonus of 5,760.
Who is the classic? Who do you refer as classic?
Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Then the next level is once I become a team manager, then I can earn on the second level. Now, who is a team manager? A team manager is a classic gold PBO who has built a team of 5 assistant managers. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go. Then the next way you can earn income is through direct sales commission, which is between 5 to 15%. This distinction is because of the various entry levels that we have. Remember, we have I think 3 or 4 entry levels. Okay, the first entry level is 1,650.
Associate.
You are registered as an associate PBO. The next entry level is the gold PBO, which is 37,650. Okay? Then the next entry level is classic gold PBO, which is 52,650. Who is a classic gold PBO? A classic gold PBO is a PBO, a gold PBO, who has started his subscription for a property. Is it clear? So let me break it down. I mentioned 52,650. It simply means that I registered with 37,650, which is my registration fee, and then I paid 15,000 naira for my property. Is it clear? So that's an entry level. Okay, I can decide to enter with, that start my subscription with something above 15,000 naira. I can decide to start with 30, I can decide to start with 50, with 100, with 1.5. Do you understand? All depending on our various capacities. Okay? Now, the next is the indirect sales commission. So direct sales commission is on your sales. All right? As a PBO, you are entitled to make sales in any or all of the PWAN companies. All right? All companies have various estates that they own and manage. As a member of PWAN, you can do business with all. So it means you can market and make sales of any or all of the estates and earn commissions. Okay? Now, indirect sales commission is, remember my illustration, okay? Recruitment. So I recruited him. Now, how do I earn indirect sales commission? If he makes a sale in any of our estates, he will earn direct sales commission and I will earn indirect sales commission. And again, you can earn indirect commissions in 3 levels. Just as you can earn recruitment bonus in 2 levels, you can earn sales commission, indirect sales commission in 3 levels. Of course, there are also conditions: assistant manager, team manager, director. Okay? Don't worry, we'll get to that. It's still sounding Greek, but I will show you how you can rise to the various levels. Now, the next way you can earn is through center recruitment bonus. Now, what is a center? Who can tell me? What is a center? Okay?
It's where people want to have good meetings, like these seminars.
Okay, good. So a center is a place where P1 we hold seminars like this. We attend to people, we attend to new recruits and all of that. Now, what it means is that as a member, you can actually run a center. Not necessarily P1. Do you understand? You're a P1 business owner. So you can decide to run a center. Now, the condition is once you become a team manager, you are qualified to register a center and it will be recognized by P1. So what it means is that if you're running a center and you're recruiting people in your center, you would earn center recruitment bonus. Okay? Now, I will tell you the amount and what you can do to earn it. The amount is 54,000 naira, but you must have recruited at least 30 PBOs, classic gold PBOs in a quarter. Now, a quarter is 3 months. Our quarters are January, February, March, that's first quarter. April, May, June, second. July, August, September, third. And then October, November, December, fourth quarter. So in a quarter, you must have done in your center, maybe not necessarily directly by you, but they are being recruited in your center. You would earn that amount. If you achieve this throughout the 4 quarters, it means you're earning 54,000 naira times 4. Now, these monies can help you towards running your center, running costs in your center, operational costs, which can help you do that. Okay? Apart from that, you also earn center sales bonus. If sales also come in from your center, you will earn bonus from it, which can also help you towards running your center. Okay? Now, of course, there is something we call the PBO monthly performance bonus. Now, this is based on the activities in your team for that month. Remember, this is a network marketing program. It means you're recruiting, you're building a team. And you are consistent with your monthly payments for your property. You are not dashing us money. You are paying for your property. And if you're consistently paying your money every month, at the end of the month, we look at your activities in your team, and you can earn monthly performance bonus. Again, there's something we call the annual performance bonus, which I showed you pictures of people who have earned. You can earn up to 2 million, 3 million, 1 million, 500,000 as performance bonus. It's simply called annual profit share. All right? This is based on sales. It's solely based on sales. Now, I mentioned the qualification, Abi. Who remembers? Who can tell me? How do you qualify to earn performance bonus? We're not writing though. I go set example. Oh yeah?
To qualify to have it, if you sell in 5 affiliates,
Okay.
one of them,
Okay.
to qualify to earn the bonus, and you might have sold yourself 15 million.
Okay.
And they are putting 45.
Your immediate team 45. Okay. A round of applause for her, please. Okay, so that's the qualification, and you earn annual performance bonus. Then, of course, the next level is the PV bonus. So sometimes the company, we can decide to just throw bonus PVs like that. We can wake up and, we are feeling good. We say, okay, we dash everybody. PV. So you can earn that if you're consistent and you're building your team. Then the next level is the PBO Elite or VIP bonus points. Now, what is Elite or VIP? So an Elite or VIP is someone who starts his subscription with 150,000. That's the elite PBO. You've registered and you want to start paying for your property, and you start with 150,000. That makes you elite. Now, for starting at that level, you will get 1 bonus point. 1. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm started and I set to start with half a million, let's be qualified for elite.
It's elite. Yes, it's elite. Okay, it's elite. The VIP is the person who starts with 1.5 million. So elite is from 150 to 1.4999999. Okay, and then VIP is from 1.5 and above. Now, if you start at that level, you will get 10 bonus points plus 1 elite PV points. Is that clear? Good. Now, the next is the manager or leadership bonus. Now, the moment you become a manager, there are bonuses attached to it. You will see it as we go ahead. So it means that you now begin to earn some leadership bonuses as a manager. And then, of course, we also have the director bonus. Okay? Next slide. Let's move. Now, so this is you. This is how it works. So I bring my 5. You bring your 5. When we each bring our 5, we grow faster and together. Now, what we use is a 5x8 matrix. That's why you will see a lot of 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So this is you, and you're bringing 5 people. Okay? When I say 5 by 8 metrics, it means that you can earn on 8 levels. So if these people also go ahead to bring their own 5, this is 7 for space, okay? So this is me, and it started with 5 people. Now, I've replicated myself in 5 people, and they are also able to recruit 5 each. And they also replicate themselves, and each of their people recruit 5. Now, up to my 8th generation down, I can earn coin values downwards. So as a PBO, you earn on 9 levels. That is you plus 8 others down. Okay? That's what it means. Next. Now, let's look at how you can make money using the coin value system. Now, every time you recruit a PBO, you earn PV. Every time a PBO recruited by you subscribe for her home ownership, you will still earn PV. Every time a PBO recruited by you does his or her monthly deposits, you would earn. So it means the earnings is endless. Every time I recruit, I will earn. Every time I pay my monthly subscription, I will earn. Every time someone I recruited recruits, I will earn. Every time someone I recruited subscribes for her property, I will earn. Every time that person I recruited makes her monthly payments, I will still earn. Are we getting it now? Good. Next slide. Now, I want to do a simple illustration, okay? Now, assuming you recruit 5 PBOs who also do the same, this is what will happen in your organization in 8 months or years or any time in between. Now, before I do this illustration, I want to quickly take us to the slide where I have how you can come in, the entry level. Please. No, forward. Go. Keep going. Okay, good. Now, I want to show us this so that by the time I'm talking on the other slide, you understand what I'm actually saying. Okay? Now, this is how you can subscribe as a PWAN Business Owner. Like I mentioned, we have 3 levels of entry. Okay? You can either register with 1,650, and that makes you an associate PBO. Now, as an associate PBO, you don't earn PVs. Alright? Now, the next level is the 37,650. And it is broken down so that we understand it. 37,650 simply means 1,650 one-time registration fee and 36,000 naira annual admin fee. This fee is renewed annually. Now this keeps you in the system and it keeps you earning your PVs consistently. Okay? And it gives you, if you register with 37,650, that gives you 25 PV. And it also means that your upline, 8 generations upwards, would earn 25 PV. Are we understanding it? Remember my illustration here. You're earning on 8 levels. So if somebody on the bottom here subscribes and registers with 37,650, she will earn 25 PV. And every other person on this network, 8 levels above, will earn 25 PV. Okay? Now, the next level, I mentioned Classic Gold PBO. That's why you were asking me who is a Classic Gold PBO. Good. Now, a Classic Gold PBO is now a member. He has registered, and then he now starts his subscription for his property, either land or a house. So he can either start with 15,000 naira, like I mentioned, that makes you a Classic Gold PBO. Or he can start with 150,000 naira. That makes him an Elite Gold. And then, or you can start with 1.5 million naira. That makes you a VIP Gold PBO. And of course, all of it has PV earnings. So the moment you subscribe with 15,000 naira, that gives you 10 PV. And remember, you earned 25 PV from your registration, which is this 25 PV. So it means that you have a total of 35 PV. Okay? And as an elite, when you subscribe with 150, you get 100 PV. Plus your 25 PV from your registration. That gives you 125 PV. And remember, I told you that we will give you 1 bonus point as an elite. So that's your 1 bonus point. Or you subscribe in 1.5 million, which gives you 1,000 PV. Plus your 25 PV registration, which gives you 1,025 PV. And remember, I said we'll give you 10 bonus points, which is this 10 bonus points plus 1 VIP point. Now, you can continue to pay in any installments of your choice, but not less than 15,000 naira. What this means is that if you start with 15,000, it doesn't mean that you're restricted to 15,000 monthly. Remember, I said in the beginning, you choose your payment plan, isn't it? So it means that you can decide that, okay, this month I have extra change in my pocket, so I can do 30 this month instead of 15. The following month, I earned one big fat commission like that, and I decide, okay, I want to do 1.5 million naira this month, and you pay 1.5 million naira. It is simply shortening your journey towards your home ownership. Okay? And remember, you are earning PVs if you're building your team, because the trick is in building your network. That's actually where you will make a lot of money. If you are building a network of people who are doing exactly what you are doing, you're earning PVs on each of them. Those PVs, remember I said it is cash. And those cash, you can use it towards your own home ownership. So what that means is that if you set out to pay, maybe you chose a payment plan of 5 years, for instance. If you are building your network, you can achieve it in less than 2 years. Even though you picked 5 years. Maybe you have calculated yourself, okay, oh, in the next 5 years, I can be doing 250,000 every month, and I get there. And you are doing that consistently. If your network is growing, you'll be earning PVs. So what it means is that before 5 years, you would have completed, let's say your target was to do a house of 15 million. It means that before 5 years, you would have achieved your goal. Okay? So this is what I wanted to show you before I do my illustration. So my illustration is going to be based on this level. Okay? That's what my illustration is going to be based on. Now let's go back to that illustration. Okay.
Hello, sorry.
So, yes.
Sorry. I'd like to ask, because you mentioned the different entry levels, 1,000 something, then the 30-something thousand, 50-something thousand.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us assume an individual who entered in at the 1,000 something. Now, based on that entry, when they're getting commissions, it's the lowest commission.
Yes.
For any land sale, anything,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes.
Now, you now get a land sold, or you know a deal is coming through, then you upgrade before the payment is made. How does it go?
Yeah, you earn what it means is that you now earn the bigger commission.
So,
If you upgrade before the deal.
So anytime you can upgrade.
Yes, you can. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Thank you for reminding me, sir. So you can upgrade at any time. All right? Even if you started as an associate PBO with 1,650, it doesn't end there. You can upgrade at any time and earn the bigger commission. Because at that level, you are earning a smaller commission. And you're not earning other incentives. It is only the gold PBOs who earn, in fact, when they say the winner takes it all, the gold PBO takes it all. So he earns the bigger commission, he earns the incentives, everything. All right, but as an associate, that's not the end of your journey. If you make a sale, you can decide to use the commission that you have earned to upgrade. Or if you can get money before the deal, like he said, you know a deal is coming, you are about to close one deal. I think the smart business people, what they will do is they will go and look for money. They will borrow now, bros. I beg. Find me 36,000 naira there. I'm expecting money next week. Don't worry, I'll pay you back next week. And so they quickly upgrade. And once that deal is closed, they can earn that big commission. And then I can come back to you and say, thank you, you are a lifesaver. Oh yeah, take. All right? And I pay you back. So what I've done, I've simply, done what maybe I would have desired to do at the first entry, but I didn't have the manpower to do that or the financial muscle to do that. Okay? So now let me go back to my illustration. So remember I said I'm starting with the minimum level, which is you've registered with 37,650 and then you subscribed with 15,000 naira. Okay? Now that gives you a total of 35 PV. You remember, right? Now, this is for illustration, please. I'm just doing this for illustration so that We understand how it works. Now 35 PV gives me 420 naira. I'm sure somebody is there. Wow. Is this what I'm working for? 420 naira. Don't worry. Don't complain yet. I will show you how this money can multiply into millions. Okay? This 420 can buy you a loaf of bread, Abi, plus meal and milk. Eh?
Yes.
At least you buy and chop up and relax first. Then you now walk towards your next level. Now let's go. So this is your next level. Alright? This is the first level. This is you. You came in with 35 PV. And then you introduce 5 people who come in at the same level. What it means is that you will earn 2,100 Abi. Somebody again will say, whoa. Hey. Is this why I will be killing myself? For 2,100 naira? Don't worry. Now, as a network marketer, if you understand network marketing very well, what 2 levels should you concentrate on? Just your first and your second level. These 2 levels is what you concentrate on. If you get these 2 levels correct and right, you see these 3 levels, the rest of the levels will just be cruising. I will show you. Now, I have introduced 5 people and earned this money. I teach them to do the same. Okay? I teach them exactly what I have done, and they do the same. What it means is that I will earn 10,500. Isn't it? So this is my second level. Now, if I have gotten these 2 levels right, what it means is that these people will naturally start growing their own levels. So these people too will concentrate on growing 2 levels just like that. Okay? It means that now look at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at my 6th level. How much am I earning?
2.5.
6.5 billion, isn't it? Now, if my target was for an apartment of 15 million, okay, and if I've been able to achieve this in 2 years, okay, now what does this tell you? It means that in 2 years I've almost completed my payments. Because remember, I've been paying consistently every month. And these monies, I am also earning them. And if I'm disciplined, maybe as I'm earning these monies, I'm putting them back. I'm not eating them, okay? Probably because I have other sources of income like commissions from sales of land and all. This is only PVs based on my network building. And I decide that every money that I earn from this is going back into my property. At my 6th level, maybe I would have achieved 15 million naira. Okay? That's what it means. Now, my 7th level, how much am I getting? Look at the jump. Can we even see the jump? We started with 2,100. And then the next we jumped to 10,500. It's a major jump. And then the next one we're now jumping to 52,500. Then 262,500. Then from there, This one is no longer a jump.
It's a
It's a
leap.
leap.
Quantum leap.
1,312,500. And then after that, there is another leap. 6,562,500. This one again is not. I don't know the word in the dictionary. They've not formed it yet.
Mega.
Can we form it here?
Let's call it mega leap.
Mega leap. We can create our own word here. This is a mega leap. 32,800.
32 million.
Chiwuba, 32 million. Thank you. 32,812,500. With this alone,
You're true.
haven't I gotten 2 apartments?
Yes.
Meanwhile, I set out to buy 1 apartment and have change. Meanwhile, when I started this journey, my intention was to get 1 apartment. And now I have the money for 2 plus change. And remember, even the change I have is more than this because I've been earning monies over time.
Yes. The recruitment.
Yes, I've been earning over time. Now let's look at my 8th level. How much am I earning? 164 million, 62,500. This will give me over 11 apartments. They are not understanding. Don't worry, I'll come back again. We must understand it. Some people are catching it already. He's catching it in the realm of his game. He's already catching it. I set out for 1. A humble 1. And now I have over 11 apartments. Is this worth building or not?
It's worth building.
If you were working in an organization for, let me say it even takes you 8 years to achieve this, okay? Please, can you do a calculation of your monthly salary in an organization where you are working, and after 8 years, it's up to this amount? Who has worked, Oga? You worked in an organization before. Can you give us a rough estimate? I'm looking for, old people that have worked, put in some level of years. Sir, it's unimaginable. I'm not sure you would have ended up to 30 million naira. I'm not sure. Even if you were level 15, level pata.
Level 17.
Level 17, okay. Level 17 is the pata. Is how much do they earn at level 17? How much is their salary?
Depends on parastatal.
Okay. I know one, I will mention it. They earn maybe roughly 250 at that level. So 250 multiplied by 12 months. So can somebody help me? 250 multiplied by 12 months. How much is that? 250 multiplied by 12. 3 million. Okay. Multiply it by 10 years.
30 million.
30 million. 30 million. So you've earned, that's all your life, for 10 years you have worked. It's 30 million you have earned.
Don't even say earn 30 million because you pay transport out of it.
Exactly. No, I'm just using it as an illustration. And then you work this business. I'm just saying, let's even say pata, bad as in bad. It takes you 8 years to arrive at this. Because Is it worth putting 8 years or not?
It is.
Which means in a month you are earning 1.7 million.
If you are achieving this
In 8 years.
in 8 years, I think is worth every bit of my time. If I can earn this in 8 years, then I beg PWAN, me una carry me, now you get me. Yes, you have a question.
I have some questions to ask. One, how much is PV? As we said, it's our currency. Like we know 1 naira, what is? So how much is PV?
I showed you something here. now.
It's 12
I showed
now.
you something here already. So I can't give you a specific amount because PVs vary. For each item, they have their various PVs. We are also selling items in the resource center. Okay, this wristwatch will not amount to the same PV as my auntie's handbag here. Okay, so it's not. I will not give a figure. No, please.
No.
I will not give a
Those
figure.
are our question.
No, that's why I said I will not give you a figure to a PV. I will not.
We don't have problem about that. What we are saying is, you divide 420 by 35.
That's why I said you will still also get it wrong.
Okay, so
You cannot do that. Because like I said again, this watch cannot worth the same PV as this handbag.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone questions, if PWAN want to build in one's land, remember we are paying 15,000 at least each month, and PWAN will just build. Now someone has a already big land. Would PWAN pay some money because the person has already had the land away from 15 million? Get my question?
No.
So normally this is one that's finished paying 15 million, and you want then say, where do you want to build a house? This place. You want just build. Now someone else said, no, I don't want that place. I have a land. Come and build in my land. Does it mean that PWAN is going to pay the person for the land
No.
of his own, as in paying
No,
some
the
money?
land belongs to you. We are only coming to build the house for you. How are we going to pay you for the land?
For me, it means that the person that don't have a land, that just say, I finished paying, come and build so and so place, is getting more than somebody that has a house, that have a land already.
No. That means you don't understand real estate yet. No, because you are only going to get a house even if this is your land and I'm coming to build for you, I'm simply coming to build a house worth what you have.
I think
Now, if I am the one if PWAN is the one providing the land, you will get a house worth just the amount of the house, not the land. It will also include the cost of the land.
Like in your own house,
So
you can get 4
we are
bedroom
not
flats. P1, you can get only 2.
Yes.
Exactly.
But you mentioning, we know about house, but you make mention of land. Is it 50 million naira land or house? Everything.
I mentioned you can get a house, a house or a land. And I mentioned from 1.5 million naira to 60 million. Didn't you see that?
Yes.
You can get a land worth 1.5 if that is your capacity.
Majestic.
If you can get 3 million naira land. You can get. So it varies. Like I said, you set your own target. The program is very flexible. Very, very flexible. Now you go set the target by yourself. Now you go set your own budget. Now you go set your own payment plan. We will not come and set it for you. The only thing we have said is that your payments must not be anything less than 15,000 naira. That's the only thing we have said. The rest is for you to decide. So you decide how much I can be doing every month, or every 2 months, or every quarter. The only thing is that if you are not paying every month, what you are losing is monthly performance bonus. Because monthly performance bonus is for those who are consistent on their payments monthly. We check the activities in their team. Is it clear now?
Yes. Yes.
I think he's trying to say something. She's trying to say.
Sorry, can I ask? Let me ask. I think somebody has asked me that question. Can I ask it in a way I think I understand what she's saying?
Okay.
Because I think people have asked me that question. I couldn't answer. Like you have people have said if you have a land maybe in your village, what does it build in your village? Or come and build. So people have told me, yes, okay, I have a land in my village. It's not going to cost 15M to build a house for me in my village. So number one, must I save up to 15M? Or if I do save up to 15M, there should be a balance because so will I get my change back? That's the question.
Hello guys.
So
Hello
that's
guys. There are different types of houses.
Now.
Yes, so the
What are we getting it confused?
No, it's the question.
If you want a mansion,
Yes.
No, the person wants
Provided it's 15 million.
pay the money for the mansion, we'll come and build the mansion for you. If you want a kiosk, do money for kiosk, we'll come and put
and
kiosk
they'll have change
for you.
balance.
If you want a skyscraper, do money for skyscraper, we'll come and build skyscraper for you. Do you understand? You can't start now to start calculating how much it is to build a house for you in your village. Which house?
Years.
What type of house? Are you going to start counting brick and mortar
Sorry. Please.
for a house that will be built in 5 years now?
I think the issue there is it that the minimum house that can be provided according to this program is a house value of 15 million.
Or 15 million?
Yes. I think that settles it.
Yes.
That means no house less than
15 million.
15 million.
So that if, for instance, in the village there is a land, the value of building from foundation and all that to the roofing will be 15 million less the cost. The land is not involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it is the land that is offered by the program, then everything is already included.
It's all inclusive.
So there's nothing like change. I think that's the issue.
Yes.
The minimum, because there are houses you can build for 5 million.
Yes.
The houses can build for 10 million. So people are concerned that if they've saved up that much and they get a less house, if there's going to be change, they can receive. Then one question I want to ask before I sit down, please.
Yes.
Can people cash out at any time? For example, they have saved to a certain level, they now say there are emergencies. I need cash based on what I've put in.
No. Don't cash out. We are not a bank. This is not a bank. So we're not running a savings program. No. Or cooperative program. No. It's a housing project or a land project. So if you set out to do a house and maybe halfway you can't continue with the house of 15 million and what you have done is 5 million, 10 million, you get a land. What's that amount? So there's nothing like cashing out cash.
That makes sense.
You only have a 2 weeks window to cash out cash if you do not want to continue. But after the 2 weeks, there's nothing like cashing out because it's not a savings account. We're not banks. Okay? We're a real estate company. And what we're providing is properties. So when you start out, your vision or your goal is to acquire property. And that's what we're going to give you. Okay?
That's fair enough.
All right. So let's continue. So from my illustration, it means that if you have earned all of this, you would have earned a total of 205,078,020 naira. So if in 8 years I would have earned a total of this.
200.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth my time. Next slide. Now let's look at the various, I've been talking about levels, assistant manager, this, that. Now let's look at it. There are 9 growth patterns as a PBO that you can go to. So the first one is the PWAN Business Owner. That's the entry level. Alright, so you enter, you're a PWAN Business Owner. The next level is the assistant manager. Next slide, let's see the next slide. So as an assistant, next slide. As an assistant manager, what you need to do is to recruit 5 PBOs. Now 5 classic gold PBOs, or elite gold PBO, or VIP PBO. All we know is that the PBO that you are recruiting, they are also subscribing for property at any level. So once you have 5 of them, you are now recognized as an assistant manager. Okay? Then the next level is the manager. Sorry, 1 second.
Wow, it's another Friday and it's a PBO payday. I guess.
So the next level is the manager. Now, as a manager, what we're saying is develop 5 assistant managers and you'll be recognized as a team manager. Okay? Now remember, networking is also something that grows your leadership skills. Okay? Because for you to come to this level, it means that you have some level of human capacity management and some level of replication. Because you cannot get to this level if you are not replicating yourself. Assistant manager means that the 5 PBOs that you have recruited, you have taught them to do the same thing. That's why I said, as a networker, you concentrate on your 2 levels. That should be your concentration point. Once you get your first 2 levels right, others are a piece of cake. So your first 2 levels are the first 5 that you recruit, and then your goal should now be to make them assistant managers. It means that you will teach them to also recruit 5 and they become assistant managers, and then you teach them to teach their people to do the same. Once you have developed 5 assistant managers, that makes you a team manager. Or you can recruit 30 PBOs in your team. But you know why I don't like this point? It means you're not a leader. That's what it's simply telling me. If you are recruiting all 30 to be a manager, then you'll be stuck. Oh. You'll be stuck. It means that my illustration, you might not make so much money from it. You might not make so much money from it. Because you are recruiting all 30. And you are probably not teaching them. And so what you have in your network is lineup of 100 or even 1,000 PBOs. All now you. Jackie, wow. Jack, you will burn yourself out. You will burn out. And that's why a lot of network marketers will say, it's not working. Yo, it is working, now you will know they work. Because what you are doing is you're burning yourself out, recruiting the whole world all on your level, and you're not teaching them to do the same. So you are not replicating yourself.
Successful is a tool.
My English master has put it well. He said, success without a successor is a failure. Oh, you go there. That's it. Next level. So the next level is a senior manager. Now, it becomes easy to grow to this level once those your 2 levels, you've gotten them right. So it means that you can easily develop 5 managers, and you can now be recognized as a senior manager. Then the next level is the sapphire manager. So you develop 5 senior managers with 20,000 PVs on each pillar. Now, what are pillars? These are your pillars. This is your pillar, pillar, pillar. Okay? So if you have 20,000 PV under each pillar, you'll be recognized as a sapphire manager. It means you have a total of 100,000 PVs. Now, of course, as a sapphire manager, now we know that, true, you're a leader. And the company can now begin to reward you extra. Why do I say extra? Because remember, you've been earning PVs on all of this network that you are building. So this is like an extra added benefit. So the company will give you 1.2 million naira cash, an all expense paid trip for 2. For 2, you and your spouse, if you are married. If you are not married, you can choose a team member. That is also another leadership skill. To develop. You get a trip and you decide to, my sister is laughing. So you get the all expense paid trip for 2, or you get a plot of land valued at 1.5 million naira, or you get a marketing car valued at 1.5 million naira. So you can choose from the 3. You have 3 options: the trip, the plot of land, or the marketing car. It's also left for you to choose. But the cash, 1.2 million naira, is guaranteed. Next slide. Then the next level, level 6, is the emerald manager. So we say here, develop 5 sapphire managers with 100,000 PVs on each pillar, making it a total of 500,000 PVs. Now, the interesting thing at these levels is that these people must not necessarily be directly recruited by you, but they are somewhere in your network. And it means these PVs they are accumulating, it also helps you. So if you have a total of 500,000 PVs in any of this network, you become an emerald manager. And as an emerald manager, we'll give you 1.5 million naira cash plus a rent subsidy worth 1.5 million naira plus car fund of 6 million naira. So in total, how much are you getting?
9 million.
9 million. Good. Then the next level, level 7, is the diamond manager. So we say develop 5 emerald managers. Again, these people must not be directly recruited by you, but they are somewhere in your network. And you have accumulated a total of 2.5 million PVs from all the activities going on in this network. You will become an emerald, a diamond manager, sorry. And these are the benefits. As a diamond manager, you will get a house worth 30 million naira. I promised you at the beginning that I will show you how you can own property at zero cost. Do you remember?
Yes.
We are there now. You can see that now. So you can get a house worth 30 million naira, absolutely free. Plus a kitchen and household furniture worth 10 million naira. So we are looking at 40 million naira already, isn't it? Plus a brand new car worth 15 million naira. Plus, hey, this position. Plus an all expense paid vacation for the family. And 6 million naira travel allowance. So the family, we are looking at a family of 6. Father, mother, and 4 children. Plus 6 million naira travel allowance. If you have more than 4 children, not to worry. You are okay. Because with 6 million naira, you can afford to pay for an extra 10 people. Eh? To go with you. So don't worry at all.
What if you have 2 children?
What if you have 2 children? Now you're locked. Now you go with 2. You go with the 2 now. Okay, then level 8 is the diamond director. Now, a PBO with at least 3 diamond managers will be recognized as a diamond director. You see these privileges, we will personally call you. Because after you have earned, go back. After you have earned all this,
I don't know what else.
are we going to announce what you earn in the next level? No, we don't want to attract your village people. So we'll personally call you and communicate it to you. Next level. Then the last level is the national director. This is the last level, the national director. These ones, privileges, will have to communicate it to you. Okay? Is it worth doing or not?
It is.
I think it's worth every bit of our time. Next slide. Let's see. The next slide is what I've already explained. How you can subscribe as a PWAN Business Owner. Next slide. So this is the account details that you have to use. Please, don't go and pay into PWAN Plus account and then start pursuing them. I pay for my subscription. Since 10 months ago, I've not got to, you paid in the wrong account. For all registrations, all upgrades, all renewals, all subscriptions as PBO, Classic, Elite, VIP, this is the account to pay into. Please take it down. You are paying into PHPAC account, Zenith Bank, 101-372-1001. That's the account to pay into. Alright? You can take a snapshot, you can copy it down, you can. Just make sure you have it. Okay, so congratulations.
Sorry, I still want a question.
Okay.
From the this
go back. No, back.
Okay. Yeah. You know, there's something I saw that you can migrate. Maybe you have been a partner with a partner, the other one, they will migrate to PBO. So if you do that, are you still going to pay anything here?
No. Okay, let me explain it again. If you followed my slide, how many of us remember the slide that I said we were all independent business executives, independent business development executives? That's what we were known as in the beginning when PWAN started. We were simply called IBDEs, which means Independent Business Development Executives. Somewhere along the line, consultants and partners were introduced because we wanted to distinguish the different levels of entry, which is 1,650 consultants and then 37,650 partners. But now, every one of us is now known. There's nothing like consultants again, partners. We are all now known as PWAN Business Owners. But again, to distinguish the various entry levels, we have the Associate PBO, Associate PWAN Business Owner, who registers with 1,650. And then we have the Gold PBO, who registers with 37,650. And then we now have the Classic Gold PBO. It's the PBO who now goes ahead to subscribe for his or her own property. Is it clear? So you can either subscribe as a Classic Gold with 15,000 naira, or as an Elite Gold with 150,000 naira, or as a VIP Gold with 1.5 million naira. But we are all known as PWAN Business Owners. Now, the messages you have been getting for migration were simply because go forward, okay? Forward, okay, good. Yeah, no, go back, here. The messages you have been getting is because we are building up this website, PWANBusinessOwners.com. It is the new platform that will accommodate all members of PWAN, all PWAN business owners. Now, why do I say it to accommodate us? Because remember, we're running a PV system. We want to make it as seamless as possible. So you log in into your PWAN Business Owners portal, you register someone, and immediately you see your PVs drop. Do you understand? So you don't need to start calling somebody. I registered PBO since I've not gotten my recruitment bonus. No. All of that will end because this is automated. Immediately it flows. And immediately you do that, your upline generation, like I said, you end up to 8 levels. So everybody in your network upwards would see it immediately. It will all reflect in their portal. They will see that, I've earned an extra 25 PV because someone down the line just registered somebody. So it's fully automated. Immediately, all 8 levels get their PVs immediately. So that's why we're talking about migration. For right now, what we're using is p1group.com. And you can still log into your portal. If you are fully registered, you can log in. On the left-hand side of your portal, you will see property subscription form. That's the PBO form. All we're asking you to do is to log in and fill that form and save it. Once you save it, we have your details. So that by the time we're moving everybody to this, we're moving those who have filled that property subscription form. Those are the people we know want to run this network system. That's why we're saying migrate. So you are not paying, if you're already registered with 37,650, you're not paying. Just fill that form. Then when you want to subscribe for your property, you can now subscribe with 50,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1.5 million, whatever amount you have. Is it clear now?
Yeah. Another question I have. When you said these monthly performance bonus, and you were saying if you are regular in your payments, but you made mention of quarterly, monthly, and yearly, and now you're talking of how do you do that?
Like I said again, in a network system, it is flexible, it is open, you are not restricted. However, there are certain conditions to earning certain monies. This program is as flexible as possible. If you do not pay in any particular month, nobody is going to hold you by the time and say, you've not paid this month. No. The only thing is that the system will not recognize you for monthly performance bonus for that month.
No, but what if I've chosen a quarterly basis of the
no
that's what I'm
problem
saying, no problem now.
When you got to that time,
No problem,
collect your
you can
bonus.
still be paying quarterly, yes.
Good afternoon, BP.
Yes.
Okay, with reference to migration, I don't know, is it possible for the system to capture, like if you had already had like maybe 50 team members, and is it possible for the system to capture all of them to automatically migrate them? It's a request. Because a lot of people are having issues filling the form. Almost all my downline, they're having issues filling the forms. That is number one. Then secondly, the registration. We still have the old form. I was trying to do a registration yesterday, but I still saw consultant and partner. Is it possible to still use that form?
Yeah, online?
Yes.
Yeah, online, yes. Don't worry, by the time all of this is ready, all of that will go. But for now, you can still be using that to register. Then for your first request, it will be difficult to do that because we don't want to force anybody to do anything. We want it to be solely your decision to do the business. And that's why we even went further to create a video. I don't know if you've seen the videos. We've created the video on how the step-by-step of doing that. So it is only for you to keep encouraging them to do that. But anybody who doesn't want to do that, you give the person. You can't force anybody to do something.
You can help them to fill it from
But if you have the ability and they are having issues and you can help them, why not? You can help them. If they approach you for help, why not? You help them and do it.
Okay, meanwhile with the new PBOs, how do they get their ID cards?
ID cards are being produced.
Yes, they produce it here. They give it to us.
No, they said they have issues.
Okay, so maybe when it's ready again to be announced.
We collect it now.
Does it mean that if after migration, anybody that is existing already is not migrate to P1, will no longer be a part of P1?
No, of course not. You will still be a part of P1. The old platform will still be running. So what it means is that the person can still make sales, earn his or her own commissions. It simply means you are not doing the P1 Business Owner program, and you won't be earning PVs. No, but of course, anytime you are ready, of course, you can always still move.
If person have been that, if you didn't fill the form now, if you migrate, you leave it behind. That's the information.
Don't worry, when you wake up tomorrow and you decide, or you wake up next year and you decide, okay, I'm ready to do the network now, of course, you can fill it and move ahead. Yes. Okay, any further questions? Yes.
Is it possible for one to register as a vehicle without paying
the
15,000
naira? Yes, yes, of course. So what we have, where when you say without paying, so the person is just interested in making sales and earning commissions. Is that okay?
Because when you say that everybody should migrate, whether you are paying for the
that's what we say. Everybody can migrate, whether you are paying or not.
So when you are ready,
then you can.
Because I heard that they are going to stop.
The October 1st is our migration date. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What it simply means, let me explain that very well. And why we're sending those messages is, what it simply means is, so I want to do the network aspect of this business, okay? And maybe she recruited me, all right? And she's not interested in this network. Maybe I've called her and say, auntie, go and fill your form so that you'll be migrated. And she says, no, she's not ready. What it means is that once I start, she has lost me. Is it clear now?
yes.
She has lost me as a downline. So whatever I do in this network, whatever PV I accumulate, she is not going to earn it because she's not here.
What of the 50%?
No, 50, that's 5% commission. You mean?
No, for sales.
5% indirect commission. She would earn it. But every PV I accumulate here, even if it's 20 million naira, she won't earn it. Okay?
So if my upline migrates after me, she can now be below me.
Oh, of course, now that's what it means. You can't be under her anymore.
But sorry, but
that's why we're sending
sales.
That's why we have been sending these messages consistently every day. So that nobody will say, I did not know, you did not tell me. No. We want to avoid that. So if I were you, migrate.
And stay there.
And stay there. Even if you are not ready to subscribe yet, just stay there. Go and book your accommodation. Book your accommodation and stay. When your money comes, you can now pay rent. Yes, ma'am.
I'm wondering, you said you'll be sending messages. I'm wondering through what medium are you?
We have used SMS, we have used WhatsApp messages, we have even used
I've
email.
never received any.
Are you not in any WhatsApp any WhatsApp group?
I'm not in any.
You are not in any WhatsApp group?
No.
When did you join?
That was last week.
Okay, last week.
Yeah.
Who registered you? Who is your upline? Mr. Success. Abeg, call am. we should flog him.
Yes.
It is the responsibility of your upline. The moment he registers you, he should look for one WhatsApp group and add you immediately. Immediately. Because there is a lot of information that go around in our WhatsApp group. And if you are not in any, that means you are missing a whole lot. So it means that October 1st will come and go, and she will not know.
I don't really know what is happening.
Mr. Success, yo! Who will join me and flog him? We need to bring Koboko. Why I'm bringing Koboko for him is that Mr. Success is not a new member. He's not there. Oh, I'll flog him, we go flog him. Because he's not new. So I've been saying it since morning. Replicate yourself. How do you want to start replicating? If you are not teaching the people that you are recruiting, it's by first teaching them. Add them to a WhatsApp group. You even take the pains to teach. The people in my WhatsApp group, they know sometimes 3 a.m. I'm up and I'll start doing training by that time. Why am I doing that? I want them to succeed. So those who will succeed will pick it, Abi,
Yes.
and run with it. Those who don't want to succeed will be sleeping on me. Don't worry, be sleeping. In 5 years' time, you decide to wake up, no problem. You pick up. Okay, let me interpret. It means whenever you wake up is your money. That's what it means. So if you are sleeping, the day you wake up, now your money be that. You pick up your bag and move. Alright?
I want to ask for a favor.
Yes.
For the benefit of those that came late. You know the rent is stopped. If you can do a quick recap. Sorry.
I'm hungry now.
Even if it's for 5 minutes.
I'm thirsty now.
Because most of them I was downstairs.
My head is paining me. Yeah, but the video is available. It's on YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube and we're on Facebook.
Well, there.
So, go. No, I will not go back again. Next time, come early or you go to our Facebook. In fact, go now and subscribe. Oh yeah, everybody bring out your Android phone.
The video is, sorry, I have one question.
It's on YouTube now.
Give us the code.
PWANTV.com. Go to YouTube, search PWANTV.com. Oh yeah, bring out your Android phone. YouTube, P1TV.com or P1TV. Just search P1TV and subscribe.